Another incredibly sweltering desert day in the Northwest. Here we go. The doldrums of summer are getting us, and welcome to Cascadia Hockey. Brought to you by Barry Puck Threads. My name is Corey Gaston. I am your host with the absolute least. With me today, of course, is our roundtable pundits ready to talk about Northwest hockey, international hockey, women's hockey, ball hockey, pocket hockey, whatever else we could come up with.
Bubble hockey.
Bubble hockey, yeah. I like pocket hockey.
I wonder how that would work.
I've been doing that a lot.
I was gonna say that's
another podcast.
No, we don't have time for another podcast.
That's for the Patreon members. They get that episode.
You know what? If we each individually did it, I bet you Anya's would be the highest rated.
I'm gonna have to agree with that. So
I'm just saying.
I don't know about that.
Don't go there. Don't.
We've gone there, sir. We've gone there.
We're completely off the rails.
Yeah. What do you expect?
You're welcome.
It's the last one before summer break, man. This is the last time, and then we're going to throw all our shit in the trash can and go home and drink. So.
Wait, you haven't been drinking up to this point?
Not this morning.
Oh.
I mean, I'm still sweating out alcohol from last night, but.
There we go.
Who are we?
We are across from me, in goal, behind the Zam, casting us right onto the twitches of the internets. Kyle Hoots.
Can't hear you, Kyle. I can't hear you. I can't. Nobody. We can't hear you.
I was muted.
I can't. I'm not repeating it. I'm not repeating what I said. It was a confession of sorts. I can't repeat it.
Son of a bitch.
This intro is a bucket of farts.
That's putting it nicely.
Holy shit! Down from him, number 86, the regular guy, Derek Schoenrock.
Still regular.
Staying hydrated.
Yes, I am.
Wearing the vintage Bash Brothers hat.
That's right, baby.
Love it.
Yeah, love it. Next up, the one that keeps us sane, keeps us on point, keeps us from making too many sexual innuendos, yet her number is 69. Anya Piper.
Hey, boys.
And behind the boards, master misanthrope, menace to sobriety, founder of Barry Puck Threads, Aaron Piper.
Hey, so I got to ask, the menace to sobriety thing. I picked that up. I picked that up in a Run the Jewels song. Is that where you got that from, or was that something you had already heard before?
I've been saying it for years.
Love it, because I had never heard it, and then I heard you say it, then I heard them say it, and I was like, wow, that's a hot topic right now.
That's genius.
Menace to sobriety. I love it. I wear it well.
No, actually, I want to say that it was an EP put out by the band Ugly Kid Joe in like 92, 93.
Oh, Ugly Kid Joe is something I have not. Wow, I haven't heard that in a while.
Are they a punk rock band?
No, Ugly Kid Joe was I Hate Everything About You.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They did the cover that we all grew up with of Cats in the Cradle.
Cats in the Cradle.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. The lead singer of that band has my favorite name of all time. Motherfucker's name is Whitfield Crane.
I like it.
It's just a good name.
Was that his given name or his stage name?
No, that is his given name.
Okay.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, I've only run into one other name recently that made me think that it might be cooler than that, and that's the gentleman that hosts the new television game show, The Floor is Lava, and his name is Rutledge Wood.
Oh yeah,
That's a
Rutledge.
good name.
Rutledge Wood.
Sam and I have been watching the hell out of Floor is Lava.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope.
Tell the listeners about it real quick, because I got an email from like Hulu or Netflix or something yesterday, and they were like, check out The Floor is Lava, and I'm like, what the fuck is that, dude?
It's basically when we were all kids, you played The Floor is Lava, right? You had to jump around on the furniture, and if you hit the ground, you're dead. So they made a giant room that's filled with, it's basically a pool. It's water, but with red lighting, and it looks like lava. And then they set it up with all these kinds of outlandish giant obstacles. And you have your team of 3, and you gotta like traverse it and find secrets to help you like manipulate the room to get to the end.
Okay.
And if you fall in the lava, you die.
They kill you in real life.
It's really funny. We were watching it yesterday. I just stumbled across it yesterday, and we're watching the show, and Cash comes out and looks at it, and he goes, what is the liquid? And I said, it's lava. And he goes, is it real lava? And I said, well, no, because then the people would die.
And he goes, well, man, it's not as cool now.
And he goes, kind of looks like tomato soup. And I was like, well, yeah, I can see that. And he goes, it'd be really cool if it was tomato soup. And I was like, why? And he goes, because then they would burn their feet and their tongues.
Love it.
That is
from the mouths of babes.
Yes.
That kid is so wise beyond his years. It blows my mind all the time.
He seems to be very intuitive, man. He pays attention to every little detail. So
Okay, hockey.
He really does.
Okay, sorry. She's getting bored over there. Hockey.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about The Floor is Lava.
I want your guys'
That's
take.
scary.
I want your guys' take.
On what?
Is it happening?
Yes.
Are we doing the
Yep.
playoffs?
Yep.
I just can't. I still don't see it.
Yep. So
It's happening.
for because it's been 2 weeks. I'll just get it out of the way now. It's been 2 weeks since we've recorded. This will be our last episode until the beginning of August. We're just going to take a little break, call it a season end. Hopefully by August, everything will be up and running again for the playoff push or whatever we're calling it this year. But in the last 2 weeks, there's been a bunch of COVID cases that have hit the... What are they in, Kyle? Phase 1, Phase 2? What is it right now, technically? It's just Phase 1. Okay, so the facilities are open for like 5 or 6 players to come in at a time, do their thing, get a little, time on the ice. Well, the Tampa Bay Lightning had 3 players and 2 staff members tested positive. Then, do what?
We're on 2. Sorry, I was reminded about.
We're on 2. Okay, so we're on 2. 3 is when... 3 is when they actually start the round robin or whatever, or get everybody back for practices to get ready for the round robin and all that shit. But anyway, Tampa Bay had to shut down their facilities for a few days. It was reported that Austin Matthews got COVID. I don't know if he was in Arizona or Toronto when that happened. I do know they mentioned there was another Toronto player that lives with him in Arizona, but they weren't close to each other. I don't know.
He tested negative.
The other player did.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was another player that he had close contact with. I don't know if it was his roommate or whatever, but he tested negative.
Okay.
So
well, Arizona is one of the major outbreak states right now.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Well, and I mean, and everywhere it's it's doing its thing. People are getting back together in public, so you're going to have shit like that to happen. I think when you read the headline, Austin Matthews has COVID, a lot of people are like, holy shit, and they're in shock. But it's like what we're learning a lot about this is that it's moving. I think at some point we'll all have it eventually, one way or the other. But the fact that they get it, most of it's asymptomatic at this point, and the reason that we know is because they're all being tested so much right now because of being back in the training facilities and all that stuff. So when I started hearing about all that, I thought maybe that would be something for the NHL to say, well, it was a nice try, but we'll see y'all in January or whatever at this point. But no, a day or two later, they came out and said, hey, cool, we're going to keep moving. July 30th, I believe now that's the target for Phase 3. Is that right? Is that what I heard?
I think so, yeah. To have I think the first round start.
Yeah, and then like July 15th would be when practices and all that stuff would start back up, or like their mini training camp or whatever they're going to be doing.
And Logan brings up another good point. From the sound of it, the NHL expanded the informal workouts in facilities from 6 to 12.
Oh, okay.
So they are expanding like how many players can be on the ice.
So they're seeing that it's working for the most part. I mean, you know, other than your little areas or whatever.
Yeah, and I think they expected it. I think they expected some players to come down with it.
Sure.
So I don't think this is really anything that really shocked anyone. Like, no. Like, I think the fans are a little more shocked, but like the league is just like, okay, yeah, we expected this. So
yeah,
just self-quarantine, stay healthy. So.
You know, the Orlando Pride for the women's soccer league pulled out because 6 got tested positive for COVID. So now it's a question of, is this just, you know, a rare thing, or is it a domino effect? Which is why I think it's just going to continually to get more and more people to get it. People are going to be like, okay, I'm out.
I don't know. I think it would be interesting if the NHL were to do antibody testing on the players.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
To see
I wouldn't surprise me.
Just to see how many may have had it. Sorry, I can't speak today. I'm ready for vacation. That have had it over the last.
That's got to be expensive.
I hate to keep going back to NASCAR, but we've got a NASCAR expert with us here. And the reason that because I mean NASCAR is the one that's they're 3 or 4 weeks into their thing and it's working.
Yeah, like 6 or 7. So and they've actually started allowing some fans in the state. I don't even know what they're called. In the track. I almost said stadium. It's not a stadium.
The grandstand.
Yeah, they're letting. 2 weeks ago in Homestead, Miami, they had 1,000 military members.
Oh wow.
That's awesome.
Florida, and they just let them in for free. Families, I mean, they still temperature checked. They were all spread out throughout the front stretch. You know, nobody was sitting together unless you were in a family.
Yeah.
And then this weekend in Talladega, Alabama, they had, I think, 400 or 500 fans or something. So
which is crazy because I've driven past Talladega before and that place is ginormous.
Oh yeah.
So and to have like 500 fans.
The infield of Talladega alone, where they have like all the camping and stuff, it becomes its own city for 4 days, twice a year.
Yeah.
And there's legendary, insane, you know, stories about what happens in the infield of Talladega. But yeah, so there's been maybe 1 or 2 cases of, you know, some team members that they've announced, but unless they're just not announcing it, it's been pretty clean so far. It's
been working. Have we heard where the second hub city would be?
So from what I'm gathering, they're down. I hear something different all the time. I'm going off of Pierre LeBrun at this point.
Yeah.
I think he's got it narrowed down to 4 cities, with Vegas being a for sure.
Yeah.
The other 3 being Vancouver, Edmonton, and Toronto.
Okay.
They're really pushing for a Canadian hub city.
Yeah.
I think as much as they want Toronto, I'm not sure they're going to get it. I feel like Vancouver right now is in the lead. Edmonton is making a really heavy push for being a hub city. They've even gone as far as like doing like a little touristy video for the NHL and all the players' families and stuff, trying to persuade them that Edmonton's where they want to go. And I was reading the comment sections and people were just like, you're not even showing videos of Edmonton itself. These people aren't going to be like going out to like, you know, fucking sell their boat or whatever. Like, what is this? But like, it does kind of bring up another good point though that I didn't think about before, is that some of these players are probably going to have their families with them.
Yeah.
And I imagine some of those families are going to want to like get out and do stuff as long as it's safe, of course. Like I can't remember who said it, but somebody was talking about Vegas and they said, look, each hotel that is near this arena has everything you need. You can get your hair cut. You can get food. You can go to the spa. You can go to the gym. Like every hotel is its own little city. You don't even like. There's even people who come here and they never even like leave their hotel. They just
you don't have to go outside.
Well, that's how they're designed. They want the people to stay in and keep all their money spending in their place. So Yeah.
Crash another one. Yes, that's a solid point. So yeah, I think that's kind of what they're looking for is more like isolated sustainability is what I mean to say is like, if the players don't feel safe leaving, then they can and will have everything they need in one spot.
Right.
So I think that's why Vegas is like in the front runners, because we have hotels like that within a block.
Yeah.
Like literally across the parking lot is New York. And then across the street is Park MGM Aria. Like it's I'm still hopeful, but like anyway. Yeah, and Logan just said that Pittsburgh and Dallas were notified they won't be hub cities, and he linked the tweet that has the remaining potential hosts, which let me see, I'll open that up real quick.
Well, I know Columbus was marked off as well, which I was kind of surprised that Columbus was even still in the running because it's Columbus. But people are gonna hate us now from Columbus.
Do we have a lot of listenership in Columbus?
I don't know. Probably more from Cleveland.
Yeah,
So-
but Cleveland rocks.
Here's what the tweet says. This is from John Shannon. I actually don't know this person. Hockey storyteller. Okay, that's all his bio says.
All right.
Anyway, 6 minutes ago, he says the Penguins announce and Dallas confirms that they are out as potential hub cities for the NHL. Edmonton, Vancouver, Toronto, Chicago, LA, and Vegas are left. League hoping to announce hubs by week end.
Okay.
That's cool.
So it was supposed to be Monday yesterday, but we didn't get that. Yeah.
There's got to be a shit ton of logistics involved. I mean, because once again, Vegas is the perfect setup. I mean, it really is. But I haven't been to every one of these other cities, but I've been to Toronto. I think Toronto might be a close second. There's a lot of hotels right where the Air Canada Center sits, right downtown.
I've been to Vancouver. That is a really nice facility.
Yeah.
It's kind of centralized. There's some stuff in the area. There's some hotels for sure. As far as like their like amenities and whatnot, like
Yeah.
I don't know. But Vancouver is I think it would be a really good option because that way we wouldn't have to worry about home ice advantage for any of the Western teams. Because Edmonton's in it, but I don't think Vancouver is in it.
Man.
Either way,
I don't
I
remember.
don't know. Anyway, I thought Vancouver was out, so I could be wrong. I think they are actually still in.
Okay.
Never mind then. So I think that's kind of one of the things they're trying to avoid, though, is having a team have a home ice advantage. So,
Well, Vegas is still in it. But I guess, would Vegas travel up to Vancouver to play?
oh yeah, likely. I mean, I think they'll try to do their best to make it so there's no home team advantage. A lot of people are arguing like, well, it'd be shitty because the players and the families have the comfort of going home after a game, and I don't think that's true. I think they're going to isolate every team in a hotel somewhere.
Yeah.
I think even
Yeah,
I will be isolated in a hotel.
What were you saying, Corey?
Yes.
I agree with that. No, I think he's right. I don't think anybody will have an advantage of being able to leave the quarantine zone that they create for these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the whole point.
From what I understand, I could even be put in a hotel somewhere and be told I can only go there and the arena.
Right.
So
I did just confirm that Vancouver is still in it. The only team that is actually all the way out is Detroit. Everybody else is still alive at this point. So,
okay.
Go Wings!
just playing. No, Buffalo, New Jersey, Anaheim, LA, San Jose, Ottawa, and Detroit did not make the
Okay.
cut. So
Yeah, I don't know what they would do in that case if it's two Western cities. I'm sure someone will play their hub, but
yeah,
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. I would suspect if it wasn't an ice issue, you could just do the whole thing in Vegas, but with only one big rink there, downtown, I mean, that would be way too much of an overload to try to play all those games.
We've got a lot of people were arguing, oh, they've only got 2 ice rinks. I'm like, that's not true. We've got plenty.
Right, but
plenty of ice.
Actually, there's plenty of ice, but what I'm saying, right there downtown where all the hotels and everything are at,
Yeah. I mean, the Orleans has a sheet of ice too. I don't know if it's in. It's probably not in right now, but I mean, it could be installed in a week. But teams could practice there. They could practice over at CNA. There's 2 sheets of ice there.
Yeah.
They could, I think we've got another place on Flamingo.
It would actually make sense to just put it all in one place.
Yeah.
Because the whole travel thing.
Well, Anya was just saying it would make sense to put it all in one place because of cutting down on travel. I mean, the one thing is like Canada did come out and say that we're not going to do the whole 14-day border crossing, whatever, for athletes and stuff like that. And I guess in theory, it would be like one crossing for most of the tournament, and then wherever the final game is played, they'd have to cross one more time. But I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious to see how that would come out as well.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know if you guys saw this too, but the CHL actually over the last couple of weeks came out and said we're planning to go October 2nd. That's the plan at this point. So
wow.
I know, man.
I saw the Americans said something about it, and people were already upset about their season tickets. And come on, just
wait,
chill.
What? People are upset about season tickets?
Yeah.
Like
well,
what?
they're wondering if they're going to get refunded or if they're going to be able to buy any, and like, let's just. It's going to take a second. Just chill.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a lot to work through.
Yeah.
Let them figure it out.
I don't understand the give it a minute mentality. Like, I mean, I don't understand why people can't just go, okay, we're all in this. Let's give it a minute and figure out how stuff's going to work.
Yep.
They all want answers right now. Like, I think it was Anya posted that article about the 2-year road to a name for Seattle. And the comment section on that was vitriol and disgusting.
I finally chimed in on a Twitter comment yesterday about the Seattle name.
Oh my God.
I cannot understand why people are so hostile about it. I really cannot comprehend it.
That's what I'm saying is I don't understand. I mean, I get that tensions are high in the universe right now, but calm down.
Yeah.
Everybody. Take a step back.
It's entertainment, man. I mean, that's what it's supposed to be, is entertainment. And there's a lot more serious things going on right now. I mean, I'm with you, dude. The only thing I would say is, do the comments really surprise you, though, that that's the sort of thing that people say?
Nope.
No, not at all. But
and that's sad.
It's like I don't know why I read the comment section. I know better. I know better. But I do it, and I'm like, what is wrong with you? Because you had everything from... like somebody was like, well, if they don't call them the bucket of turds, I'm out. And I'm like, what the fuck? What are you even saying right now?
That's the funny part is people were like, oh, if they don't call it this, I'm not going to go to a game. And they will. They'll go to games.
And they just mark, they said, mark that name off the list and bring the other 50,000 up that want your spot. So
yeah, I know. Like, oh my God.
Yeah. We're going to be okay.
Yeah.
We're going to be okay without you. Yeah, right. It's fine.
Well, see, here's the other thing too. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just like, it was the range of comments went from, this is bullshit. I can't believe it. Vegas didn't take this long. Vegas had a much shorter run up.
Yeah.
That was what I was just going to say was, it was a year away from their start date. It was like November or something when Vegas announced their team name. Yeah. And it was about a year until they started. We're not at that point with Seattle yet.
No.
Exactly. And people are so worked up.
I don't know if it was that article or another one that I stumbled onto, but they essentially said, like at this point we're looking at October. You know, right now half the city occupied by citizens. Like, we're not gonna like rejoice in announcing a hockey team name when, there's other shit going on, man.
Seattle is something else right now.
Yeah.
Well, see, that was the other thing, though, is people were freaking out about all of that and saying they weren't going to support the team because of political differences with the city.
And you're missing the whole fucking point, man.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
No.
Like,
just let them do it.
I'm a Red Wings fan. Do you think I give a flying fuck about what's happening as Detroit the city? Well, it's got no bearing on hockey. What are you talking about?
I can see Corey on like Twitter just like, I'm really upset at the potholes on the corner of 4th and like Reynolds Street.
No.
Yeah.
Corey's going to be like you're going to be like at the end of Fight Club where he's sitting there overlooking the town as it blows up and goes down, and Corey just gives a go Red Wings. That's all it's going to be, man.
Yeah. Go Wings. Dude, I'm not going to be like, unless Detroit defunds RoboCop, I'm not a fan anymore. That's stupid.
Hey, I do want to ask this like legitimate question though. There was the article that came out that said the completion of the arena is now pushed back about 2 months. So they're looking at like an August completion. What do you? I mean that makes
close.
That makes a little bitty itty space there to try to fit it in.
It'll be fine. Like, I mean, they're gonna have a lot. They're gonna have more than enough to be able to start moving shit in for the team by then. Like, they'll have their practice facility, right? They're gonna have that.
Yeah, that's already. Yeah, they're working on it.
It'll be fine. Like, they'll have that ready. That's all they need until like actual puck drop.
It's true.
If they need to, they can and will do all of their preseason games somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can play all away games for preseason. That's not unheard of. Like,
No.
I don't know if it's actually happened, but that's definitely a possibility. They could even do their first 5 home season, or not home. They could do their first 5 season games somewhere else. Corey, they need like a couple extra weeks or some shit.
Corey, didn't the Americans have to go on like a really long road trip when they first started because the arena wasn't completed?
Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
It was like 18 games. Well, maybe not 18, but it was like 11 games or something like that to open the season.
Wow.
That's right, because our first home game wasn't until damn near the end of October.
Yeah, actually, yeah, October, even maybe into November for that. I mean, and I remember hearing that. It happens. Obviously the NHL is a much higher scale, so there's going to be a lot of people that would be, pissed off or whatever if it wasn't ready. But yeah, you're right, Kyle. There are options, lots of options, and I think the original time plan was like June of next summer was when it was going to be done, and that would have been on a perfect time scale. And with everything that's happened, for them to only have to push it back 2 months, that's kind of impressive. So
yeah, I think they'll be fine. Like I don't think there's anything to fret about there. They're gonna before the doors even open to that place, they're gonna have everything in there, all their equipment, everything's gonna be ready for the team.
Yeah. So
It's not. I don't think it's going to be anything because they don't have to move in offices or anything.
No,
like how it is here. Our practice facility is our like home base.
Yeah,
that's where all the offices are. That's where all the gyms are at. That's where all the players go for everything, office related stuff. Workouts, practices. They're there all the time.
Yeah.
So the arena is just. I only see the players right before games. That's about it.
Wow, that's kind of. For us smaller town hockey people, that's kind of weird because everything revolves around Toyota Center here.
Yep.
But yeah, that I keep forgetting about that whole practice facility / offices / retail space, all that's going on there at the old what's that old mall that they're building it by in Seattle?
Oh,
shit!
I've been there.
Is it Westgate? I don't know. We got I can't remember what the name of the mall is, but that whole area is that's going to be the center. And the arena is just where they play. I mean, it's just going to be that simple. So
okay.
Even the Henderson Silver Knights are going to have their own practice facility and home base and all that stuff too.
I did finally see their logo and I love it.
Look at your screen right now. Kyle's got the hat on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's wonderful. I love it very much.
I do too.
I think
it's great.
I think it's
biased,
super dope. No, and that's fair. So, logos, team names, we're talking about all that. I actually had kind of a frivolous question since we're going into the summer and we didn't have a whole lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to play a bit of fantasy hockey if
Okay.
everybody's okay with that.
Okay.
Okay. Your team, where's it from? What's its name? What are your colors?
Ooh. You mean like personally?
Yeah, if you were to create, we're like right now we're creating a fantasy hockey team, each one of us. What do you got?
Seattle Turd Buckets, pea green, brown. And now, and when people hear this, then it's going to get out and they're going to start buying Seattle Turd Bucket stuff. That's how much they want their name right now.
BuriedPuckThreads.com, baby.
No, I don't know. I'll have to think about that.
I just wanted to.
Seattle Turd Buckets Buried Puck T-shirt. I'm buying
I
one.
just wanted to. I wanted to throw out something kind of frivolous and funny and lighthearted before we go into the doldrums.
For sure.
I would probably keep my branding up. I'd use my logo and colors, and I don't know what city I'd play in, but it'd be like the drunk shogun or something. I don't know, the drunk samurai.
Okay. I like it.
What do you think, Derek?
That way I keep the logo. Like it's easy. It's already done.
All right. I can get behind that. D, you got anything? Any ideas?
I don't know, man. I'm not that creative.
What about you, Anya?
It'd be easy. 86s.
There we go. We'll be the Burbank 86ers,
Damn.
and we'll
You
be
just gotta.
and pink
gotta-
and black.
There you go.
And the logo's just a bartender punching you in the nose.
With your tab that says, with your bar tab that says overdue on the, it's like stamped.
Yep. I like it.
Arnold,
I like it.
what was the Monopoly, the chance card where the was it like the cop was like kicking the Monopoly guy in the ass or whatever?
Yeah, go straight to jail or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be something like that.
Yeah.
I think we'll go with that.
What about you, Anya?
Boys would have to have something centered around 69.
69.
Whether that's my number,
69
that's the
boys.
logo, that's the name.
We just know
It's
that
just- it's
both
just-
sides are going to benefit. So
Oh, yeah.
The San Francisco 69ers?
Yeah.
no, San Francisco.
Oh, no, actually, I would go into a small town. That's where my rink would be, too.
What small?
A small town.
Like Coeur d'Alene small or like
Yeah, something really small.
Dayton small?
Where you can drive 20 minutes to your practice facility and train. But it would be a small town because I'm tired of this big city shit.
Okay.
But I would still have 69.
But still 69, where all the people with their conservative values would probably never show up because you're 69.
And that's the point because I fucking hate people.
Okay, cool.
Mine would just be like a little a farm somewhere. You know, I'd play in a little literal barn.
Love it.
I like it.
Pond hockey?
Yeah.
Yep.
What are you thinking?
So Moses Lake.
Dude, my home rink when I played in Germany was outdoors, and it was amazing. It was so cool. Like, it was some of the most fun I've ever had. Such a unique sheet of ice for sure.
Moses Lake Rink is outdoors technically.
Yeah.
Open air.
Yeah, it is. Yep, it's just got a steel pole building roof over top of it, but it's
That's what my hometown Elko is planning to do with their first like seasonal rink.
Nice.
So,
What about
Right
you,
on.
Corey?
How about you, Aaron?
Oh,
You want me to go?
yeah, I already did
I
Seattle
can go.
Turd Buckets.
I got an idea. Oh, the turd bucket. Yeah.
No, I don't know.
No,
I'll go
actually,
last.
I would. My team's colors would be orange and green.
Okay.
Because that's all my everything I do is orange and green.
Halloween colors, baby.
I would. Yeah, and I would be the Roswell Invaders.
Oh,
Like that. That's a good one.
and that's a small town. I mean, Roswell's not a big place by any means. I've been through Roswell before, so
Yeah,
that would be fun.
but I would go with the UFO theme.
Well, you know what we should do is do a fantasy league, and just our team names would be that, whatever we just kind of listed them as. Like for my fantasy league that I'm in with my buddy Tim, my team name was the Greasy Zambonis. and so I had my logo, my little Zamboni logo, the first logo I used. I had that as my little icon. So
I like it.
I like it.
I would probably look to do something like the Bayview Big Bottoms or something like that because because Bayview, Idaho is one of the most beautiful places in the world, man. We're headed up there in a couple of weeks, which I can't wait for. But then you've got a Lake Pend Oreille is like 13 or 1400 feet deep. It's like one of the deepest lakes in the Northwest or something. I don't know, but so there you go. The Big Bottoms, the Bayview Big Bottoms, and the colors I would just do. I was going to say green and blue for Cascadia, but that's done out by Seattle.
Silver and red.
Silver and red. There we go.
I like it.
I keep forgetting to mention, I got a really good friend of mine that owns a house in Bayview.
Nice.
His name's Dave Anderson. Yeah, he's a really good friend of mine. He used to work with them.
If you ever
he sends me pictures every day. It makes me jealous.
Frankie. Our buddy Frankie, Kyle, our buddy Frankie from the rink. He posted some pictures a couple weeks ago. He was up there in Bayview hanging out. So it's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
Beautiful place. That was a good question. Corey. Because it is a little monotonous right now. I got a couple pieces of news I want to talk about real quick. We touched on the CHL. They said they're planning on coming back there beginning of October. The Americans picked up a pretty good goaltender here, 20-year-old.
I saw that.
To make room, they had to trade, or not trade, but I think released Jaden Platts. He was a 20-year-old. Solid player, but, when you get up to be that overage age, there's only so many spots available. So they released Jaden.
Put on waivers.
Yeah. And then they picked up Donovan Buskey. Which is a fun name to say. Donovan Buskey. It sounds like Bill Bratsky.
So who will be number?
Sounds like good.
Who would they get rid of?
He was 9 feet tall.
Love that name.
And not get rid of. I know they won't get rid of their 2 young goalies, but
3 young goalies, actually. This is a really good thing for the young goaltenders, I think.
I agree.
Because Buskey...
Yeah, they need some...
A veteran.
They need some leadership. They need some examples.
Absolutely.
Shown,
Absolutely. And Buskey's going to come. Buskey's good, man. He played for Spokane. He was just in Regina. Okay, I'll leave it there.
Rhymes was fun.
Do it. Go.
I just can't.
Anyway,
damn it.
He was.
Everybody said it in their head. At this point, it gets the same effect.
Yeah, it
everybody's
does.
saying it on their own.
I don't give a shit.
But he was with Regina last year, and before that, he was with the Spokane Chiefs. So we used to watch him play through here, and he was pretty good. He was solid. His highlight reel from last year in Regina is pretty good. The WHL, if you go to WHL.ca, it's actually the top story on their homepage right now. So
you know what? When Regina is said, I actually literally hear it in my head how Derek used to say it.
Regina.
Yeah, I really do. Every time it's said, I think your voice is in my head now. Derek, thank you.
Get out of my wife's head.
No. God damn it, Anya, you're just making his point stronger that he doesn't have to say it now.
He doesn't,
And
but
I want to hear it.
I literally sing it in my head and I hear his voice.
No,
Did
but
your job.
That will be a good thing because I think, Buskey will bring some good leadership, and then you're going to have 3 kids that are really going to have to compete with each other now.
And that is good, I think. Healthy competition to be number 2-ish or whatever they run. Do they do a 1-2?
Yeah.
Because they didn't used to do a 1-2.
No.
Which annoyed the fuck out of me.
Mike,
I took a 1-2 this morning.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I hope you left the number 2, though. Why do people call it taking a dump? You're not actually taking anything. Why do people wear socks?
On a parkway and park on a driveway.
No, but anyway, so that'll be good. I think
because I was
Go ahead. Just
no.
You know what? I have to say, the fucking next time we do this podcast, it can't be virtually because it's fucking bullshit.
No, we're gonna
I'm
get
fucking over the virtual podcasting. It's stupid. Kyle, I know you're the exception. Having one person call in is fine because he only has to manage it. We all 4 or 5 have to manage this bullshit shit.
Depending on what the NHL does, I'm going to try to come up around September timeframe for a visit.
Awesome.
Oh, cool.
So it really depends on the NHL. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
My dad's birthday is in September, and I miss it like every year for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, all right, I'm just going to go try to visit him as close to his birthday as possible.
You miss it because you're a terrible son? Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Or?
Yep. Well, so I was working PAX in Seattle every year.
I was trying to say, PAX.
It was PAX, and then this last year, that was my start day at T-Mobile Arena.
Gotcha.
It was September 1st, the day of my dad's birthday. So I was on the ice, I think, for 14 hours that day.
Wow.
So
happy birthday, Dad.
Yeah. So I took a lot of good pictures for him, and it seemed like it sufficed.
That's awesome.
So
good.
Yep.
I remember what we were talking about, Regina. That's all I remember, going live.
Oh yeah. Spaceman Smith said, "Butsky playing in vagina. I can't handle this."
Bill Brasky with the vaginas. Yeah, there's some interesting names. So anyway, yes, bottom line, Boyko got a lot of the starts last year. I don't think he'll see as many this year, which would be good for his development. Then you got Mason Dunsford, who's a year older, I believe, than Boyko. And then you had the 15-year-old. He's 16 now, but that Ronan Garrity kid that came in and just fucking, like, everybody's like, who the fuck is this? Because he's really good. So once again, goalies can be anomalies, to be honest. I mean, you know, you never really know, but I think it's good. It's a solid move. Dustin Wolf's going to be back next year, so.
Yep.
So there you go, boys. That's who will win Player of the Year next year again.
Nobody's scoring on Everett.
No.
No one's scoring in Everett.
No. Yeah, that's.
Does anybody remember? I mean, it's before. I know it's so Derek, do you remember the animation that they used to have on the overhead when Ole Kolzig would stop a goal?
No.
Like, he would come up with these ridiculous saves, and they would put up this animation on the screen of the Roadrunner bricking up the net.
Oh, yeah. Okay. There, yes. Now I can see it, yes.
And whenever I think of Dustin Wolf, I think of that animation now. It's just like, it's a brick fucking wall, man. Like, what are you going to do?
They should adopt that. That's fantastic. No, I do.
Yeah.
That was like one of 2 animations that the board had at that time.
Yep.
That was all it could hold in its memory.
Yep.
Man, the
Roadrunner with a 33, and he would brick up the net. It was fucking great.
That's hilarious. I love the new video boards we have, but I still wish that arena would get a center board in it.
Yeah, it looked really weird last year. I don't know. It just didn't feel like
it feels empty.
Rink.
Yeah, it feels empty.
Yeah,
it is a lot.
You mean like a center?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know that the ceiling's low, and all that stuff that plays into it. But I think about Spokane, which I read an article several weeks ago about a guy that is from Canada, and he went around to all the U.S. rinks this year in the U.S. division, and he voted that Spokane was his favorite. And I have some issues with
really.
I have some issues with Spokane as a hockey arena because you only have one screen at the one far end. You don't have center boards at all. And it's really just kind of wide open in there. It's not personal at all. It's
not a hockey rink.
No.
I mean, it's a multi-purpose building. It wasn't built as a hockey rink. So
yeah. I liked it. I did like it when I went. I've been there for one game. And
I've seen games there, and I would say the concourse and the food and stuff, kills us in Tri-City.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes,
it kills
Oh,
most places.
absolutely.
That was my point. The concourse
Absolutely.
and the options for food and beer is just top notch. It's so good.
But there is one big problem with that arena, though.
It's in Spokane.
Is it's filled with
Spokane
Spokane
Chiefs.
fans. Yeah. Yeah.
We
It's
were
filled
all on
with
the same
Spokane
page.
fans.
We said
Yeah.
something different, but we were all on the same page.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know,
said
man.
it's got the Spokane Chiefs. You said it's full of Spokane fans, and then you said it's in Spokane.
Spokane, yeah. It really is. It's a nice, clean facility. I mean, and I've been down in the bowels of that place, and all the people there are great. It's a nice place, but I've said it a few times. Spokane scored first that night, and it was the quietest 10,000 people I'd ever heard in my life, dude. It just, I don't know. There was something about it. And then you go to Seattle, which is much smaller. I think Seattle, not Angel of the Winds. That's Everett, the ShoWare Center. I think it seats around like 6,500 or something like that.
It's not much more than us.
No.
Little Tri-Cities.
No, it's not. And I mean, in Spokane, you can get up to like 11,000 people in there with the second deck and everything. And that's the thing about Seattle is it's all still just the lower bowl. But man, it gets rowdy in there, dude. And they've got the center boards. Their ceiling's definitely higher than the Toyota Center, but it's still pretty low. And they've got the center boards and everything. Of course, talking to one of our players, though, the way they have it set up for the teams to enter the ice, there's no tunnels they come out of. They actually have to cross over where people are walking. They have to cross over that.
Yeah.
And one of our players here for Tri-City told me once, he's like, dude, somebody's going to get beat down at some point because those fans get rowdy when you have to walk across there. So,
Yeah.
interesting setup. Once again, it wasn't really built as a hockey arena, though. It was a multi-use place.
Yeah, I was like, that seems like a terrible setup.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then when
I've been down to the bowels of that place too, and it's definitely like it's awkward. Like where everything's located, like locker rooms and warm-up rooms and all that stuff. It's just kind of like I always felt like I was in the way.
Yeah.
Because I was there with Westy one time, and I was just trying to stick to him, and then he was like, no, that was Kelowna. But yeah, Seattle, like he let me stay up there in the box with him for the game. But like still it was interesting, like just kind of like seeing how it was set up.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is. I still got to go check out Everett. I hear the Angel of the Winds is probably the best one in the U.S. division. So
I like it a lot. It was really nice.
Yeah. What do you got? What do you got, boys? Anything else caught your eyes lately? If not, we're going to shut this shit down.
There was a Mario Lemieux hosted an online NHL 94 tournament.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
With the proceeds going to his cancer charity.
That's
awesome.
That's awesome.
I heard nothing on that.
I didn't either.
Of course. So I haven't seen the update. It happened over the last 2 weekends. I think the 6th and the 13th is when it was taking place. So I haven't seen any updates on like how it went or anything. But I think there's a lot of things that are arguable in hockey. I think that saying NHL 94 is the greatest hockey game ever made is the one thing that doesn't get argued about.
Yeah.
Nope. Not once. Not ever.
Definitely the most influential hockey game ever made.
And then
that was where hockey started for me.
Yeah.
A lot of game. It was that game.
Yeah. And the 92-93 season is the season that he like scored 100. Lemieux scored like 160 points. Like he was the best player on that game on NHL 94.
That's why he hosted
it. Started my hatred for Pittsburgh.
And started the hatred for Pittsburgh. Yeah, but Pittsburgh, as much as I fucking hate Pittsburgh, like they always have these guys that you can't hate. You can't hate Mario Lemieux.
No.
I mean,
not even a little bit.
So anyways, that was cool. I hope to see some updates, but I thought that was neat that he participated in organizing an online tournament and all of course
really awesome.
Proceeds go to a cancer charity. So.
Well,
That's dope.
Bill Bransky.
Start drinking now. Start drinking now.
Here's to the great one. No, I'm. Jesus. Now everybody can see why we're taking a break. We're all just tired. I'm just very tired. I'm just so
We're running
tired.
low on steam here.
We're loopy.
I'm hoping by the time we reconvene that things will be firing, that there'll be camera crews inside all these places. We're going to be watching hockey. I don't know. I'm hoping. Fingers crossed, dude, because it's all just shit news lately, man. I'm ready for some good news, and but yeah, it's gonna be a good time off. It's summertime. It's hot out. We're all in the hot, and it's supposed to be 100 degrees here in the Tri-Cities today. There's your weather update.
For the next 4 days.
Woot. Woot, and none of the pools are open. Yay.
Man.
Oh, wait, Derek's
telling
pool's
me.
open.
I'll be amphibious for the next 4 days.
It is supposed to be 109 today.
Ugh.
It's a dry heat.
Dude, fuck your Yankee blue jeans. Oh my God.
Anyway, guys, for people that are listening here, just want to let you know, we're going to take a few weeks off. We'll be back in August. Buried Puck's going to go a little quiet for the next few weeks as well. Anya and I just need a break, got to clear our heads and all that sort of stuff. So you can still buy shirts. They're still there. The store won't be shut down. So, but if you don't see us on social media, don't worry, because I know everybody just freaks out when we disappear. But yeah, we're going to take a break.
I get sad.
I know. Kyle knocks on our window at night when are you guys alive? Are you still there?
Can I come in?
So yeah.
You got any of them support local hockey shirts?
Y'all got any more of them stickers, man?
Dude, I still have a bunch of the stickers. There's a spot on my Jeep I want to put it, but it's where my old Wiesbaden Viking sticker was. It fell off and it just left behind like a lot of cemented gunk on there. I got to get Goo Gone and scrape that shit off.
Yeah. Well, it's there for you, man. So yeah, that's what's going on this side. Go back and check out our old episodes. If you really want a fun story, go back to episode 21 called Tragedy to Triumph. That was a fun one.
Or episode 69.
That was a good one. Check out any of the ones with Parker Coyne was on. He's always fun. We had Jordan Topping. We had Bo McHugh, who's back.
Kwame. The episode with Kwame was gold.
Yes, and
that was one of my favorites.
That was a good one. That was not too long ago. I think we recorded that in January or February, I believe. So
I think now's a good time to re-listen to that one.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, it's a timely one for sure. But anyway, take some time off. Everybody enjoy yourselves, and we'll be back because there's some light at the end of all these tunnels right now, and it's getting closer. Yeah. And I believe it's not a freight train anymore. So I'm feeling good.
For sure. I'm feeling optimistic. I'm ready for sports in general. Like baseball and hockey are the biggest things I'm looking forward to. I do follow the Las Vegas Raiders now, and I saw that I'm not saying I'm to be like a hardcore football fan or anything, but I'm going to support my home teams. And they returned to the practice facility yesterday. I guess yesterday was day one.
Nice.
So. It showed a lot of the staff and stuff coming in, getting their temperature read like on their forehead and stuff. They had like a little ray gun or whatever, and
checking for staph infection.
Yeah. That's me slapping my knee.
God damn it, man! That was the groanerest joke. I feel so dumb right now.
I love it. That was great. I loved it.
Derek's losing his shit right now, man.
And I was thinking of a freaking meme I saw with like these new fancy infrared forehead thermometers. There was like 3 of them, and there's a traditional thermometer sitting on like a park bench. And he's like, "You kids these days don't know where I've been." And so I was thinking of that when Corey said one of the best dad jokes I've heard in the last couple of weeks. And it just was a double whammy. Sorry.
There we go.
So it's nice to see that stuff is coming back. It's nice to see that, that light at the end of the tunnel. It's just like James Hetfield said.
And it comes to me that the soothing light. But I don't think it's a freight train anymore. I'm feeling better.
I think it's a train full of athletes that are ready to get back to work.
Yes.
So,
on that note,
look at my wiener.
Oh,
it's a nice hairy wiener.
It's a fat one too.
Yeah, he's put on a little weight.
It's just COVID weight, man. That's all it
Yeah.
is.
it's the COVID-19.
All right, brother Corey.
Oh my God, I like that one, Jarek. I like that. I'll bring it on home. Holy crap! Like Aaron said, we're getting ready to get out of here for the summer. Get into the pool, get into the river, stay out of the heat, do everything you can. Think about hockey. Live every day like it's Shark Week.
And you're in the middle of the South Pacific.
Goddamn right. On that note, for everybody in the Cascadia Hockey gang, this has been Cascadia Hockey. My name is Corey Gasson. You have a great summer. We'll see you in August.
Bye, everybody.
A 3, a 2, a 1.
Ferda!
Allegedly.